The project includes two straightforward workflow files and provides guidance on how to execute them locally using the tool Act. The blog post discusses the importance of efficiently testing GitHub workflows while addressing three main constraints. 1. Fast feedback. Quickly identify and resolve issues to enhance the development process. 2. Reduced GitHub pollution. Minimize unnecessary workflow runs and maintain a clean repository history. 3. Cost control. Avoid costs associated with GitHub Actions by running workflows locally. The solution to these challenges is the use of Nectos Act, a tool designed to facilitate local workflow testing. The text discusses the functionality of the Act tool, which allows users to run GitHub Actions locally by reading workflow files from the .github/workflows/ directory. It determines which actions need to be executed, utilizing the Docker API to either pull or build necessary images based on the workflows. Additionally, Act sets up the execution environment, including environment variables and file system configuration, to replicate the conditions provided by GitHub during action execution. The blog post provides installation instructions for setting up the Act CLI tool on Windows 10. To begin, users need to have Docker installed, specifically Docker Desktop, with a link to the installation guide. Following that, users are directed to install Act using Chocolatey, a package manager for Windows, with an emphasis on running the installation command as an administrator. The specific command to install Act is choco install act-cli. The image illustrates the process of installing the Act-cli tool on Windows 10 using Chocolatey, a package manager. The installation steps displayed emphasize the simplicity and efficiency of using Chocolatey to manage software installations on Windows. The blog post mentions that the wingit command can be used to install the Act tool, which is included in Windows 10 starting from version 1809. Additionally, it notes that the Vitest package is installed automatically by the runner, so its installation is not discussed. The text outlines commands for using the Act tool, which allows you to run GitHub Actions locally. Specifically, it provides three command usages. 1. To run the entire workflow file, use Act. 2. To run a specific job within the workflow, use Act job name. 3. To specify a particular workflow file, use act-u.github workflows workflow.yml. These commands help streamline the testing and execution of workflows on your local machine. This section of the blog post provides guidance on using the Act command line tool, which is used to run GitHub Actions locally. It highlights how to check the version of Act with the command act version and how to access help documentation using act help. Additionally, it explains how to list all available jobs within a workflow by running act-l in a project directory that contains a workspace. The text discusses how to view code workflow code files using the act command, as illustrated in an accompanying image. The image shows a list of the repo workflow files. The blog post mentions the use of three key technologies: Nectos Act, which is a tool for running GitHub Actions locally; Docker, a platform for containerization; and Vitest, a modern testing framework. Demo: make sure Docker is running. You can simply start Docker Desktop. The text discusses the importance of having a package JSON file when running a test using GitHub Actions. Without this file, the runner cannot identify which packages need to be installed, leading to test job failures. An accompanying image demonstrates this failure scenario. The text instructs readers to check the act run1.txt file located in the logs folder to confirm whether the say hello job has been successful. The text discusses an issue encountered during the execution of a CI/CD workflow using GitHub Actions, specifically concerning a missing test directory. Without this directory, the test job cannot be triggered, leading to a failure. The author references a failure image and suggests checking the act run2.txt file in the logs folder for confirmation of the test job's failure. In this blog post section, the author discusses the successful execution of tests after adding a packaged JSON file along with the src and test directories in their project. An accompanying image illustrates the success of the test jobs. The author also mentions a log file, actrun3.txt, located in the logs folder, encouraging readers to verify the success of the test and say hello jobs themselves. The blog post discusses the integration of Docker with the Act tool for running GitHub Actions locally. It highlights that Act utilizes Docker containers to create an isolated and consistent environment for processing workflow jobs. Additionally, the post emphasizes the convenience of managing and running Act directly from Visual Studio Code and provides links for further reading on this topic. The provided text offers references related to GitHub Actions. It includes a link to the GitHub repository for Act, a tool that allows users to run GitHub Actions locally. Additionally, it mentions a YouTube video that features workflows similar to those found in the referenced repository, aimed at helping viewers learn about GitHub Actions through examples.